Hi everyone. Today's art journal prompt, this is week 2 of 2017, is texture. I want to do a page where I try and incorporate as much texture into it as I possibly can. Excuse the state of my hands. I've been playing and well, but it just won't come off. So I'm working on my usual piece of mixed media paper, and let me just talk through some of the bits and pieces that I want to use. I've got some mop-up kitchen towel here that I thought I would use because you know, I can get some really good texture from the pattern on this in the background. So I've got a couple of colourways of those. These were 2-ply. I've pulled the sheets apart, so this is just the single ply. I have also got some of these here, which are just absolutely gorgeous. I planned on doing a video on this before Christmas. Di Ayres did a video, must have been about October, November time, where she played around with, I can't remember whether it was FW inks or Bombay inks and baby oil on cardstock. And I had planned on making bits and pieces, ATCs, cards, with some of the pieces that I did, and I just ran out of time and never got round to it. But these are just absolutely gorgeous, and as I say, I will leave a link to Di Ayres' video below, but I do plan on revisiting this. I just think it's really cool technique, so I might use some of these. I've also got, let me just scoop them up, some of the bits and pieces that I had cut out for my abstract piece when I was using my salad spinning art leftovers to create the abstract piece I did before Christmas. So I thought those colours go really well with these too, so I might use some of those. I have also got some of these nail decorations. These are the micro beads. I bought these at least 6 months ago from Tiger, and I've never used them, so I might incorporate some of those. But first of all, I've also got just some of the remnants from where I've been cutting my mixed media paper, and I'm going to spray ink and things through some of these as well, just so that I've got those which I may or may not use. I'm going to be using some modelling paste, a couple of stencils as well, and we'll just see what we end up with and see how it goes. So let me just have a tidy away and get myself organised, and then I'll come back. I've torn some pieces of the napkins off, and I've just been playing around with placement, and I think I am going to glue these pieces down to my page, something like this. So I'm going to go off camera and glue these down with some matte medium. This is just a cheap Daler Rowney, £3.99, and as soon as I've done that, I'll come back and show you where I'm at. Right, so this is how my page is looking at the moment, and it's all nice and wrinkly because I haven't bothered smoothing out the kitchen towel. So I've got all the nice wrinkles. I'm just sort of trying to work out what was on the kitchen towel. I've got a feeling that the pink and purple looks to me like Brushos, so mop up from Brushos, and the glimmery one looks like Luminart Radiant Rain. I just love the sparkle in that, and I think those colours contrast nicely together as well. I've just grabbed some modelling paste, and I've chosen 3 stencils that I want to use. I've chosen this one here, the peacock one that you've seen me use before, and this flower one. I think these are creative expressions, but I'm not entirely sure, and I think I'm going to start off with this one here. I've got all kinds of stuff in my modelling paste as well, but that doesn't really matter. So let's just add some of this and see where we end up. I've got no real plan with this. We'll just wait and see what occurs. Okay, so this is how we're looking. So nothing difficult about this. We've got just a base layer of collage, followed by stencils, modelling paste through 3 different stencils. If you don't have any modelling paste, the spackle stuff in the hardware store will do the job just as well, and I think you can pick that up for about £1. We certainly can here in the UK. So colour wise, I want to use my Radiant Rains. You can use homemade sprays, you can use acrylic inks, watered down paint, anything you like for this. You could even use watercolour pastels. It's just getting colour down on the page, but I'm using a mixture of greens and blues, teals, I've got an emerald one here, and then a pink. I love the colours of these, but I shake them and it sprays absolutely everywhere, and I do have trouble. But I just love them. The colours are just absolutely gorgeous. So all I'm doing here is just playing around with colour. So I'm putting some on, and then I'm going to spray it with my mister and try and get some drippage. And hopefully at the end of this we'll have loads of nice texture and some really gorgeous colours as well. Right, there we go. That's dry now, well, dryish, and I don't know whether you can pick up the shine, especially in the lime green. It's just really beautiful, really beautiful. So now I want to come in with some of this gorgeous jasmine. So again, I'm going to put the napkin over and give that a really good shake so that it doesn't spray absolutely everywhere. Give the lid a dry. I don't know why these make such a mess, and I want some of the pink in this area here. And again, where have I put my water bottle? I'm going to give it a spray, and we're going to try and mingle the colours. Right, I just want to show you what I've got here. These are the 3 pieces that I worked on. I did add the flower stencil through this piece here, but gorgeous. Right, okay, so let's turn that over. This, and look at this lovely drop page I've got here that I can work with as well. So that's my page, and I can see already, hang on, let me just make sure I'm in frame. I can see already that I want to break up the pink here, so I'm going to have to be careful. I'm going to use some of the blue for this. In fact, I've got both blues. I've got the teal and the other blue, and I'm just going to add some of that here like that. And then I'm going to add some of the blue as well, if I can get the lid off, and I'm just going to put that on like this, because it's not spraying particularly well. I just absolutely love this. I've put it on a white background just so that you can see what I've got, and I'm going to use some of my Inca Gold. This is in the silver. In fact, I don't want to use silver, it was the platinum, just so that I can lighten a couple of the areas here. So I'm just going to dip my finger in it and just add a tad of the Inca Gold just over the darker areas, just to sort of just try and lighten it just a little bit, without losing those gorgeous colours that I've got going on. That's perfect. There we go. And I think we'll do the same up here. In fact, we can do it sort of all over, really. Just a little bit, not too much. Any rub and buff will work for this. And of course you don't have to use it at all if you haven't got it. And I might bring in a tiny bit of the lime green as well, we'll see. There we go, and I'm going to try a bit of the lime green as well. Let's bring in a bit of this. Just around the edges, I think. Oh! In fact, do I want to go right around the edge? I think I do, actually. Right, this is what I've got, and I just absolutely love it. I think it's coming up a bit darker on camera than it really is, but I want to start assembling some kind of abstract piece, which I think would look really good with this. And I think I'm going to use some of these papers here. I've chosen 3 of these. I've got 3 different size punches as well. I want to cut some circles. I also want to cut some circles out of these gorgeous pieces here as well, because of course all the colours of these elements are perfect. So I'm going to do that, and then I'll come back. So I cut some circles out. I did cut some out of these sheets here, but when I started assembling it, it just didn't look right. I think it needs to be sort of the metallic, which of course these pieces have got. I don't know, these just seem to work better, and also some of the pieces that I had from my spin art. So I'm going to glue these down. I think I'm either going to use tacky glue or glossy accents, I'm not sure. So I'm going to go off camera just so that I can get up close to these and see what I'm doing. And then I want to work on the border. I've got an idea for the border as well. We're nearly there. This is how my page is looking, and I just absolutely love it. I've chosen 3 words: journey, inspire and imagination, from the Chit Chat Words. Is it Chit Chat Words? Yeah, Big Chat, Tim Holtz. And I want to add some of these micro beads around the edge. Instead of, I've inked around the edges of the circles first, and then I've glued those down. I used tacky glue, Anita's tacky glue, in the end, because Glossy Accents wasn't quite strong enough. And so I'm just going to add some glue around the edge of these. I'm going to use a little box here, and I'm going to very carefully tip some of these micro beads in. I don't know whether this is going to work, but I'm certainly going to give it, whoo, whoopsie-daisy, I've managed to get them everywhere already. Let's try and scoop these into here. And yeah, let's just give it a go. In fact, I'm going to use the tacky glue, the Glossy Accents this time, and I just want to add a little bead around the edge of my word, and then I'm going to dip this into the micro beads and just see if I can pick it up. I hope I can. In fact, I might need my tweezers just to hold this. Where are they? Let's have a look. Ugh. Let's see if I can do this. Oh yes, it's working. Hooray! Let's do it on the other end. Right, I'm nearly done. The glue is dry now on my words, so that the little glass beads are set. And I've just got some of the platinum Inca Gold, and I'm just using my finger to go around the edge here just for a final bit of texture and sparkle, just to frame the words. There we go. So I've done imagination already. Inspire I think I might put there. So I just want to do journey. Let me just get rid of any little stray ones that aren't quite glued properly, and then I'm going to use my glue gun because some of the beads are stuck to the back. I'm going to use my hot glue gun to glue these down to my page, but I'm going to glue my page into my journal first. And then I've got one final bit of texture that I shall show you right at the very end. So that's my page glued into my journal. I've inked around the edges, and I've just used the red score tape. It's on my rack, so I can't reach it. And I've used my glue gun, my hot glue gun, to glue my quotes down on my page, my words down. And then finally, I'm just going to use some Glossy Accents just to add the final touch of texture. And then as soon as that's dry, I shall come back and show you what it looks like. So I hope you liked that. Please give me a thumbs up if you did. I think this is one of my favourite pages. I just absolutely love it. I love the texture, I love the colours. I just absolutely love everything about it. So, but I will put a photograph once the Glossy Accents has dried. But as I say, please give me a thumbs up. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And I look forward to seeing what your take is on this texture prompt. Anything you like, sort of just think of as many ways as you can to add texture. This is not difficult. You can absolutely do this. Anyway, take care everyone. Bye for now.